I am currently in Albuquerque, New Mexico on day 1 of my 4-day trip, and I wanted to make a quick video with 5 tips on writing a resume to become a flight attendant. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment any and more advice that you might have, any more particular advice or any questions you might have regarding to writing a resume. Go ahead and put those down in the comments. I would really appreciate the feedback. And don't forget to subscribe, please. I got my little 40 subscribers. Thank you all very much. Really appreciate it. So number 1, with writing your resume, make sure that you read the company's description of being a flight attendant. Every company uses different language and different words, so make sure that you read your company's, and I will give you more tips on what to do with that in a second. Make sure you Google airline resume ideas. That way you can kind of take those and make them your own, and you could create a really good, strong resume. And so I said read the company objective, or the company description. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take those words that stand out and use them in your own way to describe yourself and your qualifications. Because a lot of times what happens is the company uses a system that'll look for keywords, and if you use their language, your resume will stand out and be one of the stronger resumes. The next thing is make sure your resume is very neat. A lot of the times they just skim it over really quick, especially when you're sitting right in front of them. They don't have time to sit there and go through every single one of your qualifications and your experiences and your responsibilities. So make sure it's just very neat and easy for them to skim over. The last one is make sure you proofread it. So after you write your resume, go ahead and step away from it, come back a day later, a few hours later, whatever, and then just kind of make some adjustments to it. Also, send it to someone you trust, someone preferably that has good English, grammar, syntax, skills, because you don't want to turn in a resume with a bunch of grammar mistakes. That's super embarrassing, and sometimes the moment that happens, they'll just cut you out of the hiring process. Okay, so once again, the 5 tips are: read the company's description, for that they have for being a flight attendant. Make sure you use Google. Google has everything, so they'll give you a bunch of ideas, a good idea for objectives, and then you can take those and make them your own, add your own language and your description. And then again, number 3, make sure you use the company's language so that you can stand out. And if they use system to look over the resumes, you have their language and things that they are looking for. Number 4, make sure it is neat. You want it to be very legible, very easy for them to get a brief idea of what it is you have to offer. And then last and not least, make sure you proofread. You have someone else proofread. Don't want to turn in a resume with a bunch of embarrassing mistakes on there. Okay, thank you very much for joining me on this really short video. If you have any questions, like I said, or comments, put those in the comment section below. Any other advice you might have for other people, if you yourself are a flight attendant, or maybe that you have heard and that you have used and have worked for you, and gotten you to the next step. And then don't forget to check out my step for all the guys out there. I have a video for some tips on attending your face-to-face interview. Okay, thank you all very much. Really appreciate the love, and don't forget to like and subscribe.